Hello and welcome back. We are here playing Victoria 3 as Brazil. Last episode was a bit of an interesting one. We puppeted the Netherlands, which notably is a very cheap puppet relative to the fact that you do get their Dutch East Indies, their subject, also puppeted, or sorry, dominions, both, we dominion both, when you dominion them, and so this is actually a really, really strong war to be able to take. We also were kind of, we've been debating, like, leaving the market of the UK for a while now, and so we were kind of took a look in the interim at what we would need to do, or what the market would look like, and we would have a huge shortage of both engines and sulfur. Now, the engines we already knew we were going to have a shortage of, and we're trying to tackle that, although we obviously have employment problems because migration. I want to emphasize that we do want to stay in the UK's market for now because we are benefiting from being able to pull pops away from, the British Raj while we are in the same customs union, and so this is quite powerful, but we're going to want to try and figure out other solutions as well. And then we will also want to build sulfur just in case, and also to give us flexibility to leave, because there are some issues that make us want to leave now. Like, we are starting to get a lot of technology from tech spread, for example, and you get a bigger tech spread bonus when you're a GP. There's other things you get when you're a GP, and so we kind of want to become a great power. If we left the Great British market, we would instantly become a great power, and so this is kind of how things are going. We do want to open up Japan's market at some point, but I think we want to accrue a little bit more infamy, just in case we get stuck in a big war over Japan's market. And so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for Costa Rica right now, and we're just going to dominion them and look to kind of push up into them. Ooh, can't do it. Take it all back. How about Nicaragua? We can go for Nicaragua, and we're just going to dominion them. This is going to be a small amount of infamy. We'll let them keep building. We'll annex them at some point, but by dominioning them, a lot of people can still pile in here. We'll see how things go, but I think that this will be a fairly good war. As we continue on, the goal for the run, or at least the continuing goal for the run, now that we've already gotten Pedro's, is going to be getting all of South America. I think this is pretty reasonable. We maybe want to start bankrolling these guys in Peru, Bolivia. We won't be able to puppet them just yet, I don't think. And so, but maybe we should just start. Mosquito Kingdom abandons them. We, of course, will also ask for war reps to make them back down, or more likely to back down, but we'll wait and see if anyone wants to join in. Otherwise, we'll just ask for war reps, and then we'll go for a bit of a landing. We are going to want to expand the military kind of in the near future. Man, this is very acute, the level at which we really need to get more migration. I don't know why. Let's take a look at the charts. And I just don't know why. So we're getting a decent amount of Irish, but we're not getting a ton, it seems, from the British Raj, and I don't understand why, because we are in the same customs union. So why don't we get any Bahari, right? Or Andwali, Telugu. Why aren't we getting these pops, right? Sindhi, West African, and African. We're just not seeing many of these, or perhaps I just don't know them well enough, but I don't see too many of these. I guess we just got multiculturalism, we gotta wait a little while, but maybe it has to do with if they have no migration allowed. I believe this might negatively affect things. They do have migration controls, so I think that they don't let them come to our market, so maybe we actually want to leave the market relatively soon, or conquer Chinese provinces. This is the other thing that we could do, because we can't pull Great Qing into our market very easily while they are in the market of these guys. I think we'll start damaging relations. Kind of wild. We went from improving to damaging. That's not very ideal. We would love to take... We need to take really high pop provinces. The problem is either British Raj or China. I guess we could go for Punjab or work our way in. And so we go Sikh Empire into Punjab. Sikh Empire also has a decent amount of pops. Punjab has like 15 or 20 million. Yeah. Okay. So we'll put in war reps on these guys. And then also we'll just go to declare interests. And we'll put an interest in here. We also want an interest in North Africa. So we'll come off this so we can colonize up there. So now that the war reps are in, we will be kind of on that good shape. We do have around 9 infamy to work with. Sind is an expensive one because it does have a lot of pop, but I think Punjab might be the only thing remaining. Now, we're going to check their laws. If they have no migration controls, we could just take, we could just dominion them, and this would be preferable. But I think that they do have migration controls. Yeah, they've closed borders, so that means we would want to just take the province, which is going to be a very expensive province. Looks like we're going to get a war here with them to be dominioned, which is fine with us. Let's take a look and kind of prepare for recruiting some generals. We do have the Central America HQ that we're eventually going to want to work our way up on. We'll just recruit that guy. We would like to have some of those guys anyways. Boiler explosion, you're telling me. We should be getting an election relatively soon, and then we can have a bit of a oh, there we go. Speak of the devil. We should have a really big come up on the clout of the trade unionists. Hopefully they'll get above 20% post-election. We'll see how that shakes out. And it looks like they do back down here in Nicaragua, which is nice. Very big nice. And so I think we'll look to try and go after Sind here. So we could just puppet them. We don't actually want to annex them necessarily. And if we puppet them, then we will have military access through them into the Sikh Empire. Alternatively, we could go after Macron and Kalat. Perhaps this is better? Because we really just want the province of Punjab. Yeah, I think this is better. So I think we just puppet these guys. And then puppet Kalat afterwards. That's actually total quite a bit of infamy. How much pop do they have? 1.1 million. These guys have 2. Did they change the way it was calculated, or is it just the base number is so high? Maybe we just puppet Sind here. Why is that so cheap though? Unrecognized power. Are these guys recognized? Surely they're not. Huh. They have so much less pop. Weird. Alright, we're just gonna puppet these guys then. Well, how much is Conquest? Yeah, it's way cheaper to puppet. We'll just puppet and then look to annex sometime later. I think puppet might take us over 25. No, it just barely doesn't. So we'll go for it. We'll probably triple land them. For that, we will want to recruit another general in the Brazil HQ. And we'll take this guy for expert offensive planner. Intelligentsia are no longer powerful. Big sad. And then we will delete our Arabia HQ barracks, although we would want a nicer amount of barracks. So maybe we'll build another one somewhere. But from here, we can take Punjab as our next big one, which will give us like nearly double our pops. And it's not a Chinese province, but it's pretty close. We'll go first aid immediately. I think we want to go for banning slavery as well as a primary, and open market as a primary. And then war reparations to make them back down. Because we don't want people to thumb our pie over this later. Of course, they'll probably thumb our pie anyways, so what can you do? Get thumbed, I guess. I suppose. Yeah, so one thing that's interesting about China is China does have, always has no migration controls. And so we cannot siphon off from the British Raj right now. So that really just makes being inside their market actually look a lot worse in general. We're still going to improve relations, but I think we're going to leave their market this episode, actually. Because I think that we do not seem to be properly pulling pops from the Raj. Can you just back down? A lot of Sindhi gold reserves, so maybe not. Wait, why is France fighting the UK in here? What? So both France and UK joined this Mapuche war. That is a wild ride, I guess. Why are we suddenly making a bunch of money? We're not supposed to be making that kind of money. Did Russia sides with Great Qing, as they do. We're just going to declare neutrality here. If we are making a bunch of money, we do want to add construction. But man, we're in a state of serious discomfort here. In regards to labor. Everything's got to be a multiple of 5. We did it. The run's over. We got all our construction centers to a multiple of 5. That was the real goal. We'll do the Liberal Party, I guess. Momentum. We'll probably be putting in the Liberal Party and the Social Democratic Party combined. Sindh just backs down. Which means we can go right after Punjab here. And I think we want to be honest. It will kick us over 25 infamy. So let's just see, are we bankrolling anyone? No, we're not. So we can't necessarily protect her at anyone. So I think we'll just take Punjab here. Just the Punjab. And also notably, we want to do this before we leave the British market because it'll cost more infamy once we leave the British market. Because we'll become a GP. Maybe take a quick save just in case things get weird. But I think this will do a lot to help solve the problem. Because they have a lot of pops here. And this is like, I think this is the best place you can actually go for. That isn't, we'll also put war reps in on them, probably. That isn't either Chinese or, like, from the British Raj. They have a lot of really good provinces, too. But, like, if we just take a look at, like, the population heat map, you know, here are your choices for high pop states, you know? So, this is the best one, I believe. Just for snapping off some pops. We'll probably put in war reps here to make them more likely to back down. That one's a big one. Conservative Party wins. Ooh. Not what we wanted, but perhaps what we deserve. We'll do this government. We can always pull some guys out. As you do. Yikes. We will probably stop this greener grass campaign. I am hoping that this problem gets solved with what we're doing, and so... Alright. In regards to getting all this, I think we go for war open market as well. France sides with the Sikh Empire. Well, I don't think they can get troops here. So I think we can maybe fight this. Makes us not want to put in war reps. Makes us want to invite Italy. So we can offer them an obligation. Italy, are you even 1200? Can you even? Not really. And they want to conquer Sindh. I love it. What a play. This is what I mean also, by the way, with GPs join against you a lot, if you... I think we do offer an obligation to them, and we dramatically increase the size of our military. I think is the second thing we do. So let's just... And where has a lot of labor that is incorporated? Brazilian Guyana? Sure. Something like this. We do want to make sure we get guys onto the fronts down here. We'll move this expert offensive planner here. Hopefully France isn't on trench already. God, if they're on trench, I think this is undoable, but or is not really feasible. Not. I mean, we don't have an economy that's bigger than theirs. We will take a load if Italy does not join, or like if someone else joins after Italy or something, like someone else joins against us. I think it's maybe fightable with Italy. We'll probably just put war reps on France as well. And I think we will need to activate conscripts as well. I love when this does it. Can you give us the good looking map mode? Nope. Alright, cool. Oh, we shouldn't have raised them in the capital, but it's too late now. That's the soup we're swimming in. So we want to take French war reparations. Which we have in there. Is there anything else we want from France? We could have maybe released someone. I don't really know if that's that helpful for us. But we could also take this down here. We could take Congo. Which would help cut them off. We could also liberate Ashanti or transfer Ashanti. I do think in principle I do like taking Congo. It's not too much infamy. And it will grow as this is going on. What's the other one? French Gabon. But Congo I think is a little bit better. It's both a better state and it cuts off better. So we have a better chance of cutting France out of this. Out of as much of this land as possible. Let's also make sure we're establishing colonies. And since we're trying to cut France out, it looks like we're going to be behind on there. This guy, though, this little two-stack, we'll send him down here, where he can maybe do something. Where he can be somebody. You have a lot of... I really wish we could sway someone else. This is not ideal. I actually don't think we want to necessarily liberate too much. Like, we don't want to liberate Ashanti because they're not involved in the conflicts, which would make it, because that way we'd have to occupy France's capital, so. I think this is good. I think this is what we want. Open Hearth process. I think this war is okay. I think we can manage it, man. It feels almost really not okay, though. I think we're going to lower the speed to 3. Oop, this should be on that. Oh, did we get the publicly traded and not even notice? Jesus. Alright, let's get on it. This is gonna help a lot. It's a little tempting to maybe go for Furts now that we have that, but we're not going to yet. France might not even have joined it against us if we were not in Great British market. Suppose we could leave now, but we actually don't want to throttle our eco in the middle of a war with the GP. So maybe we leave after. Look to expand the customs union. Gonna start bankrolling a few people. Maybe start bankrolling ahead of time and start getting towards the point where we can do it. Just start bankrolling everyone in South America, I think. And these are good, but it's kind of complicated to explain why it's good. Alright. Well, they'll get throttled if they have this many guys not there. I wonder where all the French guys are. Where are they traveling? What HQ are they at? Did they just not mobilize very much? I guess they haven't mobilized that much. Ooh, that's gonna hurt for them. Alright, this is our last chance to put in war goals. I guess we could go war reps off of Sikh, or open the Sikh market. Let's open Sikh market and war reps off Sikh. Hopefully nothing crazy happens after this. Well, it looks like we'll be getting comfortable push. Where are the French? They just like didn't raise any of their troops, I guess. They're just like, we're gonna lose a bunch of money. Oh, it's gonna be so nice when we start getting all these pops from here. We also want to annex like these for that reason, but Great Britain's been breathing down our neck about it. Wait, why is... Oh, we could colonize here? Yeah. I guess we could... let's not colonize over there. So I think we will also just crush the battles over there, so that's pretty... And we should be able to clean this up. Wild what's going on right now. I think the mistakes were made. I think that we also want to or not dramatically, but we also want to increase the size of the navy, so let's do this. Put another 10 down in Bahia. It's not going to make a difference now, but it'll give us more declared interest in this type of stuff. They get shellacked into the meat grinder for you. Well, we can eat that for now. Not too bad. It's a little bad. Where are you in reserve, my friends? Grand Columbia HQ? Sure. Who is leading that? Alright, where are you from, bud? From the Brazil HQ. Brazil. Grand Columbia, you're getting a promotion, right? You're pretty good. Yeah, good enough. You should be... Yeah, look at this. Push, push, push. We have everything we want off of... to be able to tick fully on France. We could try and speed it up by landing cap, but why don't we move this defensive boy over here to try and keep them in it longer. And also by defending, we will take fewer casualties. Because we do have to worry about decay due to casualties. Let's take a look. How does our military even look relative to France's? Yeah, not that great. But us plus Italy is pretty close to France. Not quite there either, though. But they just didn't mobilize everything. And I can't figure out why, but they're not going to push Italy very well into this. Italy's not going to be able to push very well either, which is why we have defend front with that guy. With that gentleman there. And we maybe want this guy defending instead, actually. I think this is fine, though, for now. And these guys just comfortably pushing in. Sikhs are going to get enforced on pretty soon here. And so we'll just be getting kind of war reps, like in a pretty nice way. And then maybe that's a good time to leave the market of the UK. Because, I don't think we're siphoning off pops very well from them. We should have tried to join France's market instead. Because just man oh man, they had a lot of pop attraction. They have a lot of migration attraction too. Look at them. Yeah. And so we have been pulling off pops, but not anywhere near what we would have wanted. Let's start a bankroll on Peru, Bolivia, and Venezuela. Right, you're not defending. You're son of a bizzle. Defending the borders. We're gonna damage relations instead. We're gonna stop damaging relations with China, just keep them at 20. This is a fine amount. We can kind of damage them down anytime we want. And we would have to fight Russia. We want to take Chinese states. Looks like... Ooh, this is going to be big. I think we're going to start swapping some of these over. But not too much. Just a couple. Not too much. So we enforce on them, and we can enforce on them without needing our guys. I think we might just keep this guy at home, so we'll send him back. And the other guy, we will, I guess, let's sit in the north, this HQ for now. Maybe we want him over here. Well, uprising is kind of annoying. It's actually kind of super annoying. Because it does mean we're going to be stuck in for a while. And we would want to move that guy, but we can't queue moving. So we'll move this guy to deal with the uprising. But we won't be able to put down all the conscripts until after the uprising. And notably, take a look at our pops. Yeah, baby. That's a whole lot more pop. Hey, we also intercepted some convoy raiders. Can we get a mod that lets us queue moving a guy to a front? I understand he's in the battle, and I can't move him while he's in the battle. I get that. I appreciate that, if you will. But I guess we can just hold fast to what we've grabbed. And meanwhile, the Congo, this has been growing in the meantime as well. But if we take a look here, look at this, minus 67k. This is heading to all of our stuff. And it's also going to be heading on... Oh, it's not going to be heading towards the British stuff. It's not going to be heading towards the British stuff because they don't accept these pops. Right? Because we're only fighting... Really, we're fundamentally only fighting over, you know, the pops that they accept because they have national supremacy. So, we have a revolution brewing over wage subsidies. Ouch. We don't even have, like, any unemployed, really. Or not a lot. But we're just going to get a nice little enforcement here. En France. France, do you just want to give us the war reps and the Congo? Just be done with it? No, you don't. Okay, fair enough. You do you, boo. We will probably move more and more guys over. So this guy... Yeah, we want to close this out, but then we're going to move this 48 stack. After this battle is won, we're going to move him over here to defend. Man, really just inept by France here. And we should be able to push through this really quick. Well, actually, well, they're involved in a battle. I was going to say we'll just move the 5 stack over here in case the front splits funny, because you can get that with native uprisings a lot, where the front splits funny and you just get wrecked. But, we're actually pretty content to just let the Congo grow and grow. Like, if they want to grow in another thing, we already accrued the infamy. We can't accrue any more infamy, no matter how big it gets. But, yeah, we'll send this guy up here to defend. Just let this push pretty comfortably. This war is not very comfortable, though. And we are going to have raised armies for a little while longer. Yikes. Well, we get expand the rubber industry. And we get some tech progress on vulcanization. Man. Oh, it's already not spreading perfect. It's gonna be big nice. Vulcanization's a huge one. We will knowing that we're about to get it, we're gonna actually expand those industries a little bit. Just wherever we have the most labor and some... Italy was enforced on. Oh no, now we can get enforced on, but let's propose this peace deal. Yeah, buddy. Look at that, we got their Congo. Get riggedy wrecked, son. Alright. The party will never end. You heard it here first. We do wanna... we're not done with our wars here, because we got this. We got this. So we can't stand down our troops. We have a ton of conscripts and a significant labor problem, but we can't stand down our troops. Absolutely love to see it here, though. The negative migration. Let's take a look here in the capital. Look at this. Plus 34k. We're seeing some from Tamil. Tamil's down here. I don't know. What pubs do we have here? Punjabi, right? So we're looking for Punjabi. Ah, they're here. They're coming on in. 264 right now. Oh, they're getting incorporated. Now 240. Let's go, baby. Bring them in. Russia sides with Prussia. Russia might be distracted. We might be able to go for Qing. We damage relations a little bit. United States sides with Prussia. Big little world war going on here. We're getting brewing. Austria also joins? Wow. This is a huge play. 5 GPs. That's like the whole shebang. We're going to turn on the textile mills this in a few spots. We're going to turn it on here, even though there's like no labor here. And we're going to turn it on here, which is kind of our flagship. And Greece wants a defense attack. I don't think so, my guy. Ecuador. So we can start bankrolling you guys. Let's hope you don't defend the borders again. Like you guys are. Unfortunately, does this make... do we want a damage relationship now? God, that's what we're doing, but it feels bad, man. Okay, everyone's involved in this huge, really big Great War. So maybe now's the time to open their market. We can take a little save and figure it out. But I think this will definitely solve on a temporary basis our problem. We forgot to hit it with our button though. So we reset the PMs here. We're going to delete the university. We're not going to delete the university because we can't. Just kidding. We could also make them migrate faster. Oh, they have a lot of unemployed. Perfect. So that will help the migration, the outflow crank up at a really high rate. They have very big negative migration. It's not outstripping their pop growth. But this is even nicer for us because they're basically like a population farm. In a sense. I think we want to... Did we save? I think we want to open their market. And this will be a pretty good one for us to do. But great powers can jump in on this type of war a lot. Or they really care what you do to Japan. But seeing as they're all involved in like that world war over there, let's try for this. Just open Japan's market, very comfortable. And the whole idea, we're probably also going to ask for war reps, but we'll wait to see who joins and who doesn't. The whole idea here is that if we can get the Shogunate into our market later, this will be really good for us. And we're running a huge surplus. Let's see, how's our infamy? It's pretty high. We don't have a bandit leader, do we? I feel like it should be lower. Nope, we don't. We've been naughty. Okay. Ooh, definitely want to delete the, barracks is here. Oh, can't. Definitely can't. All the revolutions are brewing. I mean, we could also use the North India HQ. They can be our space marines. This is really silly. It's been pointed out to me, but by some, so here we get France joining. So, which bricks are war reps from them? I don't think this is worth it. For us, I don't think we want to fight France again either. So we're just gonna load. I guess maybe we should have thought of that ahead of time, that could happen. France is like, Great Britain and France were like the two guys who are not involved in the Japan play. And generally if someone's paying you war reps, they do like to join against you a lot more. So maybe we just like try not to do any of that noise. We just like annex these guys or something. Notably, France can't join in on this. And it just... We could also... If we can get this guy low enough relations, we could also just Dominion Peru Bolivia. We would want to do it while we still have while we're still a subject of. Man, this really hate Great Britain, like constantly being on about this. We're making money, and we also have steel frame buildings, so let's swap a few more. This, of course, will make all of the inputs really expensive, so let's try and get those inputs up a little bit more. So that... Oop, meant to click 5. Yeah, okay, there it is. And this, we're pushing economies of scale as best we can. Our current economies of scale... Actually, I think we're researching shift work right now. So we'll push this one. Oh, Sao Paulo has employment problems. So we'll push Minas Gerais. And then steel. And we didn't like, did we not like Para for some reason? And so we like this one. Oh, we didn't like this one. We don't like both of them, actually, right? If I remember, let's take this off auto expand. Because I believe, yeah, infrastructure problems. And then Parabia already has like a pretty expanded out thing. They're already struggling. I think we had a decent... Yeah, let's build these up here. Put them on auto-expand. Of course, they do need labor. But this is the whole point of Punjab, taking Punjab here. This is the most populous non-Chinese state that we could take. We would love to annex these guys. Great Britain hates doing anything in Africa. Will they even let us take Messina? We are damaging relations, but we can't go for it yet. I suppose we could go after these guys or something. Eventually. Just damage relations. Making a decent amount of money, so we will continue to up the construction. We would pay less interest. Also, if we were free from Great Britain. Can this rev go away so we can finally delete the university? It's driving me nuts. Oh, I know what we'll also want to do. We'll want a 51 in this uni. Because throughput is absolutely insane on these buildings. It's giving us so much natural spread, and we're like really getting a lot from the natural spread, such that, man, I think... It's rough, but I think we also want to go protected speech here too, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. I think we're going to need to come off the porcelain taxes if we do that. I think it's a difference of, not just a difference of 50 authority. Maybe we can stick on it. Probably not, actually. But we do want, we would love the extra 25% tax spread. Especially because we're building up the unis right now. And that's gone. Yay, our rev is gone, so we can delete this. We'll keep the unincorporated Space Marines for now. North India HQ, yep. Wrathful Pillager, let's go, baby. We could also activate conscripts there and they'll be super caked up. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So maybe we take a save and leave Great Britain's market here. So we're starting to, one of the benefits is increased migration attraction and tax spread. Of being a GP. And we're currently coming up on actually like overflowing a huge amount of our literacy into, we're not yet, but we're about to when we finish these 10 unis. We're overflowing like 30 right now. We're going to overflow way, way, way more. And so this is going to make a big difference. And we're kind of getting ready to go malaria prevention here. Might not even go feminism. Yeah, let's just go socialism into malaria prevention. Something like this. Really look to get a big chunk of this, Congo. And I don't think we want to take this yet because that's severe malaria. But we are hoping to cut off France here. And cut off Great Britain with something here. So we are going to be looking to push more ahead of time on stuff. Socialism will also give us a better tax system. Let's swap over another one of these to steel frame. Another two, I guess. Wow, that's making us make more money? Come on. Oh, because the investment pool is growing? No way. We don't like that. There we go. But we end the customs union. Yeah, we're just cranking off right here. I think it's because migration. You don't say. That would be my guess. Is that these places are finally pulling in decent pops from, you know, Punjab here. Minus 175k. That's a big minus. Do we have insufficient tax capacity anywhere? No, we don't. But we can look where we have the least of it. Or where we have the most available, or the highest level. We'll look to abuse the economies of scale. And here we are starting to encounter the problem here, where Great Britain is not running enough convoys. So we're going to take a save. Before justice, we'll call this save. And we're going to leave the British market here. We don't want to try and just build more convoys so they resolve this problem. We're just going to say, smell you later, brother. And this, of course, will crash our economy. Boop, crash. So, although we prepped a whole ton of it, so we'll actually be in relatively decent shape, but we'll have to take a look at the economy, and we'll have a ton of stuff that's plus 75 and a ton of stuff that's minus 75. A lot of this is arable stuff where we don't really care that much, but we will look to export furniture and luxury furniture here, at least. To somebody. So we now need to run a ton of trade routes. So we're also going to run these government admins to the top because we're going to need a whole lot of it. I think we had built them here. So we're going to put 10 at the top. And now we're going to run a whole ton of trade routes. We don't need to worry about ironclads because that's not us. That's one of our subjects. Although one of our subjects having ironclads, that's a thing. Alright. So we want to import... Actually, we should use this. Or we knew we wanted to export furniture, luxury furniture. And that's kind of all the things we really need to export. But we had built these up relatively high, and we can export them to whomever. Although we will look for... We really care about volume more than anything else, and not using convoys. So we're going to do a couple of these that don't use a lot of convoys. We definitely want to do Persia, because we actually want them in our market. And we notably are also a number 6 great power. I think we will also stop rivaling Mexico. Maybe we eventually want to work Mexico into our market. So we'll improve relations and we'll end the rivalry here. And, because we also have more authority from being a GP. And now we need to import a whole bunch of stuff. We will not need to import any sugar. But, let's try and import... What's expensive here? Silk, super expensive. Engines. Still running a shortage. Wow, do we really not have any sulfur? Okay. So we're going to import silk, sulfur. Russia notably has China in their market, so this is why. Italy, kebab. Notably, we took Montenegro a long time ago, and this gives us an adjacency to the Ottoman market, which is part of our prep for leaving. The Sikh market also has some, so that means we can actually build a bit of it ourselves if we have to. And we'll import sulfur as well. We are going to look to have kind of... I think we're going to go all of these guys. That way we do not run this many convoys. And we also really need sulfur. We aren't doing these ourselves, and we want to import opium. We should be producing a decent amount of opium ourselves. I guess we'll just import it from the British market and the Persian market. And I guess the Sikh market as well. Maybe the Russian market. Yeah, okay. The Egyptian market, I guess. Okay, so this is all the stuff we have shortages of. Except for steel. Do want to import steel, but we don't want to really be importing it long term. Long term, we want to be building it ourselves, but I guess we can tolerate this for now, especially while we're in like this transitionary period. We're just going to look which one's the most productive. Of course, it's the British one, and we're going to import just from Britain. And yikes, this is also a huge one. I guess we'll import from Sikhs here, because it's 0 and kebab, and also where was from you guys? I think we want to try and do a pretty large volume with Persia and get them into our customs union if we can. But again, glass is something we want to make ourselves, so we don't want to do a whole ton of it. Coal, we would not mind importing just a huge amount of. And so we will do that. And then we definitely want to be importing a lot of grain. So now we'll kind of just do our usual setup stuff, where we're just going to look through, and all like agrarian goods, especially grain, we want to be importing, and then we want to definitely try and be exporting fertilizer, which we can. So we're going to export it to the Russians, and then we're going to export, look just which is the most productive, to Prussia, Persia. I thought we clicked Persia, but we'll click Persia. And Ottomans, sure. If we could get Ottomans on our market, that would be big nice. They have a large population, and we accept their pops. Although they don't accept them outgoing. Maybe. We'll see. We would love to... We're not going to export any of this, but we're just going to take a look through. I don't think we can import too efficiently on a lot of these, because we are producing quite a lot of these. We can import a little bit on fabric, so let's import from Tunisia. And... not Sikh, I guess. And then we already talked about... Ooh. We didn't talk... Okay, so grain we want to import as much as possible, basically. We do not want our market producing grain at all. So something like this. And then iron. We don't mind an import too much. And then meat we definitely want to import. But we're looking for good-looking roots. Rubber, we don't need to do anything with. Sugar, I think we're producing some of the cheapest sugar, so... Let's look at amount. We can import some of this, I guess. And let's look exporting finished goods. I think the only one that's going to be really look very good is furniture. I guess not. Looks like this looks excellent, so why don't we run a ton of these routes out? We'll sort by productivity. Prussia, Russian, Persian. Cool. Take a look at this. Mexican, sure. Russian. Persian, okay. And I'm guessing tools we can't export. Ooh, we can. Oh, baby, we're producing most of the tools. We could export them to the British very profitably, so I think we'll do that. And then we can also export them pretty good to the Russian market. Oh, pretty good everywhere, actually. So I think we'll just prop up our industries here by exporting a whole ton of tools. Tools are relatively cheap, and I think that's going to be it for now. There's a huge amount of trade routes, but this will mark the place of the world. I think we will do buy. Are we doing more import routes or export routes? We might be doing more export routes. Let's do sell. And so this will be uncomfortable for a little bit while we readjust, but the GDP didn't really crank down too terribly much. I mean, it cranked down, but not to an intolerable level. I don't think we want to take the bureaucracy hit at this moment, but we don't want... Actually, we don't mind that guy losing popularity, so let's do that. We didn't want our leader to lose popularity. And once these routes start to wind up, they will get... Everything will kind of get fixed. We are importing engines, right? I think we are. Yeah, we are. It's because the price adjusted. Or the profitability of everything adjusted. And let's also make sure we are building railways. Gonna need one there as well, because there's a bunch of iron in the queue for there. If I recall correctly, which, you know, I often don't. Whoa, we're in a little bit of a free fall. That's okay. We don't have any wars. We're not going to start one right now, so we're just going to swap over to shrapnel. Someone insisted up and down that bikes were really good. I'm still not there on that. We are hemorrhaging money, but of course our profitability tanked and our trade routes are still winding up, and we are running shortages of things, which are going to get resolved. How many, let's see. Can we see how many trade routes we have? Oh, we don't have any trade routes. Okay, well then we need some trade routes for this. Let's just do all three of these guys. Or just to pull the prices down. And we will look to eventually nuke these, all the industrial good trade routes. But not quite yet. It looks like, are we stabilizing yet? Not quite yet. Still in a little bit of a free fall. Ooh, let's actually take a look at the diplomacy and see if anyone wants to join our customs union. Change to our customs union? Nope, nope. Spain, Sweden, and Great Qing, though. Oh, it's because we're super infamous. We maybe should have waited till we weren't infamous. Oh, what tech was that? I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it! It's probably a production tech, so I'm probably not being efficient now. Rip the dream, dude. Was it breech loaders? No. Was it this? Photographic art? Nope. Don't want to do covered markets yet, because we don't have enough steel for that. Do want to get to having enough steel, though. Ooh. So how do we get more steel? Well, a little bit of a problem. Let's get the progress on film. I don't think that that's... Well, maybe 25% migration attraction is really good. I mean, it is really good. This plus another 25%, baby. So we'll increase the speed, hopefully. At which, yeah, look at this, minus 200k. Oh, let's go. They're getting siphoned off, baby. We are starting to recover now. Starting to rebound. think we might have to raise taxes a little bit. I'm gonna try not to, but this rebound is a little bit slow. Leaving market's always really uncomfortable. About to not be running a shortage of sulfur though. Sulfur is also one of the most profitable things you can run. We have a bunch of these, but they're not employed. And there's a lot of steam engines everywhere, or there's a lot of engine requirement everywhere. We could maybe swap off of some of this, but we will, after this, try and get onto graduated taxation. But I don't think we'll get there this episode. Yeah, this recovery is a little bit slow. Let's just take a look at our market prices and see what's really cheap. So, we could on a temporary basis export a ton of this. Or we can build stuff that uses it as an input. Alright, where's this place? Alright, you don't have any problems other than lack of employment, which, okay, is a thing. But we'll look to 51 you so you can make use of this sugar. We overproduced the sugar. We have a place natural auto-expanding sugar, and it was a mistake. Yikes, dude. Maybe we gotta come down off of something. This is coming back up at a decent clip, though. The shortages are also going to be stopping soon. Yeah, the shortage of sulfur is over. The shortage of engines. We really just need the engine place to actually also be employed up, but got problems on that front. Got 99 problems, and that is amongst them, yes. And we're going ahead of time for malaria prevention now. But when we come back, we could do rotary valve engine. I think getting malaria prevention is going to be really nice, but rotary valve into, like, electrical generation after? I like it. Rotary is gnat spreading. Okay, so this is perfect. So we'll be able to use some of these labor-saving PMs. And we're still recovering on up. Not quite as good as we were before, but this is fine. We're okay. It's fine. It's super fine. I think we want to start bankrolling some of these guys. We are bankrolling them. Still have an obligation with them, which is a little weird. So 97. This is coming back up. Especially because, like, we're also starting to really... Yeah, these pops are just getting absolutely siphoned off so fast. Colonial fares increased to 4. You love to see it. Now we're going real quick. And we're getting malaria prevention too. This is going to be super nice. I just want to leave off on, like, kind of a note where we've, like, looked like we've recovered. Although this, I mean, this is coming back up, like, pretty handily. Pretty quickly now. Especially as we complete more buildings. Alright, let's just look for where we have a lot of labor. That isn't Punjab, I guess. Zululand, I thought we were incorporating. Rysat has a ton of labor, so let's just take a look. Obviously, we don't want to build too much there. I thought we were incorporating here. I guess we will start. It is a little slow incorporation. But here... Why aren't you employing up? Turmoil? Infrastructure? You have a ton of pops. Do you have no access? What is this? Gold mines depleted? Don't tell me there's no port here. Oh my god. Insane. How did we not notice that? That's wild. Alright, we're just, Oh, we didn't... I know why we didn't notice it, because it wasn't a problem. There wasn't no access before. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Got it. There was no access before because we had the access through Cape Colony. Perfect. That explains everything. All right. Let's add a couple more of these. So we actually do want more ports as well. So we'll solve all these with ports. And I think we will turn on, I think in Sao Paulo, we'll switch them on to cargo ports, which of course is going to cause a separate problem, but that might be why we're a little sticky on the recovery, because all these were completely cut off. Also, our trade routes can increase. No, it's looking good. Yeah, this is just like going straight back up to where it was before. Because the buildings don't go away. You just gotta make the supply and the demand work. We don't want to lose, we can lose a little clout off of that. Is he in government though? So this will mean we lose authority. And we'll just take the -15 chance. This isn't too big a deal. We still have a decent roll on protected speech, but I think we will call this an episode here. You know, we made some moves, some money moves. In particular, we did two things. We grabbed Punjab for the pops, which has been really, really, really nice because we have like a quarter million here being siphoned off a year, which is a huge amount, and it's going all the way over to all of our Brazilian provinces that really need the pop. You know, you can look at just the pop thing and just boop, straight up. This is the best province you can take other than Chinese provinces and provinces in the British Raj. And so now that we have it, it's kind of handling our migration / expensive labor for a while. We also fought France, and in that same war, managed to get war reps, and then we left the British market. And so now we're a GP with all of the benefits that confers. We're still a little bit infamous, but this is fine. But as we come down, we will look to expand our customs union and this sort of thing. And eventually we will want to rumble with Great Britain over this here so that we can try and do it. We'll maybe be annexing the Netherlands sometime soonish. Maybe we should have done this before we left their market, because you accrue a little bit less infamy when you're a major power versus great, but this is fine. We'll probably just let it decay a bit, maybe annex the Netherlands, maybe not, maybe it's fine. They're colonizing. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.